it goes that way. So as for the people on these other platforms, you are only seeing my cards because I just don't have the setup for you to have a bigger moment. Good morning, y'all. Where y'all tapping in from? I know I'll be getting people from like Korea and South Africa, and that's real cool. That's really cool. Hello. Hi, Mindful Me. Good morning, Elle. Oh, that's the other thing. I need to put my scarf here so that I would have an ability to read y'all's comments because the white and white text doesn't work. So there we go. Now I can read these things. Hello. It wasn't that I wasn't saying anything to you. I just couldn't see it. Okay. So I think we'll use the black pendulum. Hello, hello. Okay. Let's talk about the salacious gossip first. Let's get to the gossip. Okay. On Tuesday, by the way, I will be having uh, a polity, a spiritual politics tea chat with some people here. You are welcome to come if you're a reader. You need to have live capability because we're all going to go live at the same time and we'll be reading on topics like political topics. It's a political tea chat. Okay. So that would not be for personal topics at all. Um, so if you are a card reader, we would love, hey, Lisa, we would love to have you there. That's if you are a legit card reader. That would be great. You can send me a DM and let me know that you're interested. It's going to be Tuesday, which is Veterans Day. We're going to do the Veterans Day Tuesday. So it'll be November 11th, but it will be at 11 p.m. Eastern. Okay. So that is going to be for all of us to get together. Lisa, I don't know if you know that, but on Veterans Day, we're going to do a political tea chat where we're all going to get in the box and read on different topics of the day. I don't know if y'all have seen that on YouTube. I find it pretty interesting and I really like it. So they just read on political topics of the day and it's like several different readers reading at the same time. So it's pretty cool. So, all right, let's calm my brain down. All of a sudden, it's like zip, zip, zip. I want to go, 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 go. You're not a card reader. Are you an intuitive? Okay. All right. I'm sorry. I'm just trying to let my energies simmer down. Okay, cool. Because we're both also intuitives, so we can definitely have a political conversation that way. You're welcome to join us if you'd like to. All right. So let's get gossipy real quick. We're gonna talk about fancy pants fans. Okay. Oh, sorry. We talked about this earlier this week. I think yesterday. I think we talked about it yesterday. But we also talked about it last month and we talked about it in September too, I think so. I think we were talking about it and it came up that that's the Ace of Cups in reverse. It came up that oh my gosh, that we thought the blonde widow and he might find their way together. And look at us being right. Oh my gosh. Look at us being right. Okay. So that's really interesting. So the Ace of Cups came out and that's in reverse. And it talks of blocked emotions, missed opportunity, and emotional drain as we're talking about that. And I do feel, what do I feel? On one hand, nah, I'm not doing all this. Three swords just fell out. But regarding what? Is it regarding like what we just talked about? That's crazy. Three swords just fell out. Hello. Thank you guys for the likes, the loves, the heart me's. As y'all know, in this room, we don't get to personal until we get to 10K. So y'all see it right over there. Let's start tapping so we can get there because I would love to work with you guys. Um, and no, I don't do any free readings. I scrolled through the chat a little earlier and I saw that there were quite a few readers already up, and some of them are doing free readings. So if you need one, please go find one. Thank you. All right, so this is really interesting. So the Ace of Cups came out in reverse, and the key words on this is blocked emotions, missed opportunity, emotional drain. I think my light's too bright. Emotional drain, and I'm trying to figure out what that is pertaining to. Okay, turn down. There we go. Oh my gosh. Lights are so headache inducing. So this is interesting. Because it's okay, so as I was reading this when it first came out, I had both women pop up, right? I had both the blonde widow and I had the misses both popped up. And it's really interesting because on one hand, with the blonde widow, um, like Black Widow Spider, it's a blonde widow. That's where it came from. So with her, uh, it's really weird because it's like, okay, I don't know. Every time I see her, I see talons. I always see talons with her. I always see like nails, like who am I going to dig into? And you know what? Like, okay. So I know we were sharing the pictures that went around with the salacious little hug, right? And picture is worth 1,000 words, of course. But when he went to do when they did the hug, she did an appropriate hug at first, right? Because her hands were shoulder level. She did an appropriate hug at first, and then moved up to his head. I'm feeling a setup. I'm really feeling a setup. I'm feeling gosh, it occurred to me yesterday that she's a honeypot for him. She was a honeypot for the other him. Something about this is it's weird. I want to say something about it gives me KGB. I don't think I don't well I don't know. I don't know if she's right, but something about it gives me KGB. Like it gives me like strategic manipulation feelings. Um and the story that unfolded in my head when I don't know, I was just seeing images and things, right? And what's really crazy is I dreamt about these people 2 days in a row. When I fell asleep yesterday, and then today when I also fell asleep, and I just dreamt of this relationship something. So there's something to it that I can't put my finger on about it. And I was like, I don't want to go into a channel about it. I don't because on one hand, we get the gossip of it, and it's fun to talk about the gossip of it, but there's something more to it than that. And I'm going to use the word sinister. There's something more to it than that, and it's really, really sinister. It's very icky, first of all, um, how this is playing out in public. But the grabbing of his head was the second action. It wasn't the first action. And so for me, that's a problem because even if they were having an affair, then that means it was a deliberate move to let the world know that they were. Like it was her move. People are like, "Oh, it was an accident." No, it wasn't. She hugged him around the shoulders first and then went to the head and then went down. And I'm like, that's not this woman is calculated. So it's like there's something about her that's really just icky for me. It's just really icky. And I can't put my finger on it. Okay, I'm going to say something and it's going to sound really stupid. Okay? Now, the first action, oh my God, I got to see if I can find the video so you can see what I'm talking about. The first action is she grabs around, a hug. So it was a hug. And then she put her hand up and into his hair, which is the more intimate embrace that we've been seeing. Yeah. But it was on purpose, is what I'm saying. Like it was deliberate. It was on purpose. It was icky. Um, there's something about her that's really getting to me, and I can't. Okay, so I'm gonna say what sounds stupid. It sounds stupid. It sounds really stupid because it's playing in my head what I want to say, but it sounds so stupid. But I don't think I'm too far off. I don't think she's real. I don't think she's real. And I don't know what I mean by that, but that's exactly what I received is I don't think she's real. Let's see, JD, Erica. It's the you type in JD, that's the first search. All right, so is this going to show the whole video? And then using Charlie's AI voice to introduce. Okay, there it is. They are going to show it. All right. Let me take you guys. Let me take you down. Okay. Oh, I love that your name is Aretha Franklin. Got it. All right. So hold on. Flip. Okay. So this is the embrace. For my replay viewers on Twitch and YouTube, that's not going to happen. You'll have to look it up for yourself. All right. So y'all see it? Okay. So first of all, she does this weird gushing thing about him. And, he's such a good guy and his wife. Okay. So that was weird. And then before he comes out, they use an AI replication of Charlie's voice introducing him. I was like, that's nasty. I can't wait until we have um, laws against using someone's likeness posthumously. If they don't give you permission, you should not be able to do it at all. I don't care if you're married. I don't care if you're their power of attorney. You should not be able to do it at all. But anyway, because it's manipulative. So watch this hug. See? Let's back it up. Y'all saw it, right? See? Hands were appropriate. Both of their hands were appropriate. You see what I'm talking about? Appropriate. Okay, now we're going to get rid of this. Come on. Then watch. Okay, so this is fairly appropriate of a hug. Not little Miss Hot Pants or whatever, but whatever. You can't judge people for their clothes. But this is surely not widow garb, I'll tell you that. Y'all know it's only been a month and a half, right? Oh my God. September was a year. Okay, now watch. But everything is where it's supposed to be. It is. Boom. Okay? Now, what the hell is she saying to him? No, that wasn't too bad. Like, it's still, she don't really have a thing. So it's still very high. So it's not near a crack. It's still high. She's saying something to him. Okay? Because look at that smile. Can I zoom? Okay. Look at that smile. So she's saying something to him. Now, if you whispering already, you didn't need to do this. Okay? And then like talons. I'm telling you, talons. She's digging into him. Okay, let me see. Hold on. Let's back up. Back it. Okay, come on. Okay. Now watch. And then he does the double tap. Come on. Something's off. Something's off, babes. Something's off. See? Double tap. Y'all know what that double tap is? No, she's saying something to him. Look at this. Hold on. Let's watch them lips. He did when he first got to her, yes. And now he's saying something when they pull apart. But she was saying something on that other side where we couldn't see her face. And even still, his hands still like they were low, but they weren't inappropriate. They were low. Because the other pictures I saw looked like it was even lower, but they're not. That's appropriate. He says something to her, and that's okay to say something to somebody that you're approaching, like, "Oh, that was well done," or something, you know. But this move to his head made no sense. Okay, so like I said, um, I feel like she's honeypotting him, and it makes sense. It does because she has first lady aspirations. Uh, it's just so bad. Um, Goodness gracious. So, what do I want to? What do I want to read with this? She's not interested in. Well, she is in trying to get her to leave, but she's not really interested in Usha. She's interested in this game she's playing. Okay, so that's what I'm saying. Like with this, okay, so this card right here, the Ace of Cups, in reverse. Let me see. All right, so the meaning of this, like I said, is blocked emotions, missed opportunity, emotional drain. It also says love is the beginning of all wisdom. Now, in the upright, this would have been new beginnings, uh, love, emotional clarity, and spiritual awakening. Here, it's the block part for me. It's like, I don't know if, okay, you know how there's like cell phone towers? Like this is the happy Sunday. This is the analogy that's coming to me is you know how like cell phone towers, like you can jam a cell phone, right? They have towers that will block your phone from being able to work. That's what I'm seeing here with her is that she's like a jammer right now for him, right? So she's like messing up the signal of whatever sort. Because I also feel like, okay, so JD is the fat kid who never had anybody, really, right? He just really gives off that movie stereotypical fat kid, like if you were looking at Matilda, he was eating chocolate cake or something. I don't know. He just gives me those vibes, and he reminds me of the guys who like would say girls aren't interested in me, and there's literally like a girl with braces sitting next to him that's like writing her name and his name together. Meanwhile, he's trying to get the cheerleader. Like that's what he means by girls aren't interested in me. Like he's that kind of guy who is after this image of what a woman should be for him. Or, because guys do it to impress other guys. They don't actually do it because they love. Okay, whatever. Anyway, so this is weird because then I think of Usha and it's like blocked emotions, and I see her going through the motions, like trying to make sure she's good. Like, oh no, that wasn't what you saw. Like that wasn't how it was. Like she's trying to save face and to play it off. So there's a blocked emotion there, but there's also emotional drain about it because over the past few weeks, this man has not been standing up for her or their children. He's been siding with the racists and the supremacists. So, like when the young Republicans came out with what their messages came out, he's like, "Oh, they're just kids," and they're talking about hating certain groups or whatever. And it's like, but your kids are brown, like they're mixed race and whatever. But then here's what happened while I was in this on someone's TikTok, and they were like, they can't divorce. We don't have any divorce presidents, right? So that's not part of the thing. But apparently, in Catholicism, you can get annulled if you have spiritual incompatibility. And it happened to a woman where she was able to get her marriage annulled, kids and all, because of spiritual incompatibility. And I'm like, what? It's crazy. And so, if you notice, he's been setting that up. I've been trying to get Usha to convert to Christianity, and Usha, and convert, like, and she won't. And what? Dude, you just became a Christian. Like, You know what I'm saying? So it's like, okay, whatever. But as I said, JD doesn't know himself. So that's the thing. So I get that there's an emotional drain about it. And you guys can see that her age, she's aging faster than the president does. And they usually age really bad. And she's only been at this for like what, 10 months with this particular thing. So then you have, oh, okay, you have the Six of Swords, and we have it in the reverse. Okay. So with the Six of Swords in the reverse, we're looking at stagnation, fear of change, resisting transition, holding on to the past, feeling lost. So there's one aspect because we talked about it that Usha was also, hey, Marianne, we talked about how she was also very ambitious too. Like literally, we have like two mean girls in this situation, but one is very, very, very successful at that. Um, and Usha has been trying to navigate her way out of just being, I don't know. People don't understand. Your visual self will always be in front of you, no matter how much of a token you become for other people. And someone said this saying, and I totally believe the saying. I like it because it's just a short way of saying it, and that is tokens get spent. They do. They get used and they get spent. And so it's just really interesting because when we did the channel, we were talking about how um, she was pushing his ambitions. She was pushing him to do this particular thing. And now this other woman's like, okay, this is why this is also coming up, is because the blonde widow was pushing her guy, right? She was pushing him. They were in alignment and everything. Hey, Kim, they were in alignment and everything. And then when he started separating from their ideology, he became a problem, right? And like I said, I get very much so with her, an agent of someone. I'm saying KGB, but obviously there's IDF. There's all those other things out there. Um, but those are our main two people. It's weird. There's something about her I just can't place. And it feels, the energy feels very viperish. Very, I don't know. It's like everything is about ambition and stuff. And there's this coldness about her that's it's weird to me. But anyway, so this six of swords, and swords is like the way you think and what's on your mind, and you know, like truth and clarity. But here, truth is upside down, really. And so, one of the things that I'm getting here is on one level, it's about Usha. Like, Usha's like, she had her own aspirations. She put in all this work. She helped build him up. She was doing what she needed to do. I still have a feeling somewhat that she introduced Teal to him because she was the one in the offices that could have done that. Right. And then on top of that, like when he went to law school, he had her as a girlfriend. So she was handling his homework. You know what I mean? Um, So it's kind of like the I don't want to get off this ship because I did all this work type of deal. Thank you, D. Um, but at the same time, she's not stupid. If she was smart, I think walking away would be the smartest thing because they don't have a problem getting rid of people. You know what I mean? And so there's that. But, you know, holding on to the past, feeling lost, and then to have these young kids, it's just a horrible situation. And you got the Talons over there. And so the other part about it too, though, is like it feels like it isn't like everybody else is steering the ship, but the actual Vances, if that makes sense. Like this is people's choice because here we got the Four of Swords, and the Four of Swords in this case, like sometimes I'm like, you know, take your rest, but keep your weapons ready, like that type of thing. Like when I was talking about the people, rest is power, rest is revolution, and all that kind of stuff. But you still need to be able to have your sword at the ready, like be ready to fight when you need to, right? So that's what I was talking about with regards to that. But in this case, it does feel like a death. It feels like there is, hey, Reed, Reed, hey, Q. There feels like there is basically a sentence over her. Hey, Allison. Um, because there's three knives pointing at her, and if we look at it right, that could be the blonde widow. That could be couch boy. That could be whoever's machinations, whoever's the one actually manipulating this whole thing. Um, but it's like it's already done. It's already done. It's like she can fight, but it's done. It's already done. Like the choice has been made. She's already a non-factor, like that kind of thing. It's already done. And so even though the words on here are supposed to be like rest and rejuvenation and introspection and meditation, and that feels like it's good. Like these should have been good words, but for her, nothing feels good. And that's what I'm saying. The smartest thing for her to do, I think, and the safest thing for her to do is is to let it ride, right? Is to let it ride. Like walk away while you can, that type of deal. Because it says retreat from the world to recharge energy and gain perspective. I think that's what needs to happen because it's already done as far as her being his wife. That's over. She can fight if she want to, but the fight might get into something she doesn't want. You know what I mean? Like I think preservation in this case is more important. And then it's followed by another sword. So, and that's why I'm saying like this feels like a very icky reading with regards to this triangle situation. Um, so I just got three swords in a row, and that's wild. And all of them fell out, and then I shuffle a lot, so three swords in a row should not have been together. And so this is the Knight of Swords, and it says ambition, determination, action, decisiveness, and assertiveness. Charge ahead with confidence and determination. Be ready to conquer any obstacle in your path. On one level, it feels like them, right? It feels like them against her. They're going full speed ahead. There is no. This is like all brakes. I mean, all gas, no brakes. Like it feels like charge ahead. And I think for her too, though, if she can get ahead of that, like get a like and in one respect they're trying to make her do that so that it's her decision, but in another respect it's like she can even get ahead of that too if she wants to, where it's like I mean at this point she should be cleaning out bank accounts, like everything should be in her accounts, like everything needs to be gone and gone, like because they already got money. They got the GoFundMe money that people stupidly gave to. Like, what millionaire needs a GoFundMe? Like, what? And homegirl already moved the Turning Point money to herself. What? When people's gonna GoFundMe, so they're good on that end, and then on top of that, he has what he has, but I think for her protection, she need to like wrap it up quickly and be gone. So I think this is also, take command, take control, full speed ahead, get out of here. Like, get out of here. Like, throw them up and be out, and just go to India and chill with your parents for a little bit. I think they're in India. But anyway, so it's like, how can I approach these challenges with courage and determination? So that's her. This is not a good reading for them. That it's done. It is really done. Even if they decide to save face and oh no, it was just this and this and that. He is working on. He doesn't understand. He's Pinocchio. Like I literally just saw him as Pinocchio. And Pinocchio over there, got no strings to make me laugh, to make me walk. He's Pinocchio. And his Geppetto is teal. Another sword. Acceptance of loss, avoiding conflict, letting go of grudges, being humble, seeking peace. So we got the Five of Swords. So we got this challenge card. Good morning, Shell. So that's 4 swords in a row. It's a get out of here. Like get out, leave. Usha, go, girl. Run. You in danger. I don't know what that is. Yeah, you're in danger. So the high priestess just fell out, and that says deception, confusion, lack of understanding, hidden agendas, more swords, more swords, more swords. So if she leaves, she has a chance of 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 coming out on top because she knows a lot, you know. She has a chance of coming out on top. But the high priestess in reverse, like I said, deception, confusion, lack of understanding, hidden agendas. Um, it says knowledge speaks, but wisdom listens. Trust your intuition. She need to get the hell up out of Dodge because then came the moon. Things hidden in the dark come to light, and again, it's an intuition card. So it really is like get out. And these are two major arcanas like coming out back to back. And so again, the moon is like what hidden truths or fears are you avoiding? Her marriage is over. She needs to go. Um, and if she does, she gets the Ten of Swords in reverse. And the Ten of Swords in reverse is good because the Ten of Swords upright is being stabbed in the back. But in the reverse, it is a chance to recover. Chance. It says recovery, hope, healing, new beginnings, seeing the light at the end of the tunnel. So if she was smart, like if she was like really smart and not thinking with her heart on this one, she would go ahead. All right, I see what y'all doing. I see how it goes. I see how y'all playing. Okay, cool. Um, but I feel like she's sitting here like I built this. I built this. I built him. I made him who he is. I stayed up and wrote his papers. Like that's how I'm seeing it. That's not how I'm seeing it. That's how I'm feeling it. And so it's like she's holding on to this thing and she just needs to let it go. See, it's time for what just came out is judgment. So it says, be accountable for your actions. Yeah, she's right. She did help build this. She did help create this guy. However, it's time to go. It says here, rebirth, awakening, renewal, judgment. What old patterns or habits are you ready to leave behind? That's where she's supposed to be. Like, it really is a get out of Dodge because it's going to happen. The snake is already in the garden. It has already whispered. It's already whispered to Adam. I think he already bit the apple. But with her, like her deliberate grabbing of his head, she put that out there. And he probably had words with her afterwards, but she's accelerating things. She's accelerating. That was gas. That was gas with a blowtorch. That was gas with a blowtorch. Yep. So, that's some interesting stuff. So the Two of Swords in reverse, indecision, stalemate, avoiding confrontation, refusal to make decisions, inner turmoil. That was him. And she was like, don't worry about it. I got it. I'll take care of it. Welcome, Stephanie. She said, don't worry about it. I got it. I'll take care of it. And so she did that. So she's the Page of Cups, where she's creating a new beginning. This should have been a good card, but it's not because of who she is. So as the Page of Cups, she is it's new beginnings, creative inspiration, intuition, and artistic expression. She knew what to do. She knows how to. Yes, Marianne, girl, where you been? Yes, girl. Yes, she did. Hold on. I'm gonna have to. I'm gonna have to stop this program that I'm running because I have no space in my computer. So I'm gonna have to do that. Okay. So bye, YouTube. Um, I can't run this right now. Bye. Okay. Wait. Hold on. I have to end the stream. But yes, girl.